Hey, Gianmarco.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good.
Yeah, nice. Welcome. We're here in the recording studio. We're gonna rock out, I guess.
Sure.
If you're ready.
Yeah, let's do it.
How's Edinburgh Fringe treating you so far?
I've only been here a little bit, so good so far. Just taking my time.
Good.
I know these festivals can be intense, and
Yeah.
I try not to get neurotic about my health. But when you do these festivals, usually I do like a 4-day comedy festival,
Yeah.
and by the end you're like, I gotta go.
Yeah.
I barely did that last show, and I have to stretch it out.
Yeah. But how's it been bringing a show over so far? What's that process been like?
Well,
for you?
I've been lucky enough to tour. I toured around Europe about a month ago for like a month and a half. So I've the current material, I've worked it out in a lot of places, and the UK in general. If I were to rank like where it's hardest or where I'm most nervous about references,
Go on.
UK is close to the easier side
Good.
in terms of. I mean, an American has no business complaining to any other country about like references being understood. I can
True.
make jokes about somewhat. I have a joke about RFK Jr.
Yeah.
and you know who that is. I don't even know what your political system is. I don't know if you
Yeah.
have a president or a dictator or
I
a prime minister.
If I threw like a Liz Truss joke at you, nope.
Nothing. So I can't come. Yeah, there's a little bit of, oh, well, they get this, well, they get that, but I cannot complain
Got you.
to comedians from any other place.
Yeah. But it's been all right kind of across Europe. The references are landing or...
Yeah, for the most part. There's sometimes there's like different audience response culture.
Sure.
Like in Milan or in Italy or in Greece, there's sometimes is like if a joke really clicks or it'll get an applause as opposed to like a big laugh.
Oh.
And sometimes that applause will come like in the middle of you're building a momentum thing. And normally in America, an applause, they really have to conclude it.
Yeah.
There's more applause breaks in general. It doesn't mean that you were just incredible. It's good, but it can really mess up the music in a way that if I had developed the material starting here,
Right.
it might have been structured differently.
That's so interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and you just have to go with it. But sometimes internally you'll go, oh, the final chunk didn't really kill because it's almost like the audience ended it for me with their applause.
Interesting. Yeah.
So you just kind of roll with it, though.
Yeah. And the touring must be like a good kind of training in how to respond to different audiences and all of that.
Yeah, I think it can be tough, like developing material because you're more occupied with, okay, what is different here? How do I respond? How do I react? That it can be tough to like work on a new thing because then you're juggling two balls as opposed to just one.
Yeah. You're thinking a lot about the reaction. But developing that material, are you used to doing like the 50-minute Fringe set kind of?
No, I do like, normally if I have my druthers, I do like a 90-minute set. I'll have a 20-minute opener and I'll do like a 90. So coming out with no opener is definitely, I'll probably, when I go back to the States, I'll be nicer to my openers for a couple weeks because I'll go, hey, that's tough right out the gate. You got to get them there.
So the openers are acts who come on before you, 20
Yes.
minutes. Okay.
So like in an American comedy club, the standard is usually like host, feature, headliner, 10 to 15, 20 to 25, 45 to an hour. I do 2-person shows, so I just have one opener, do 20, and then I come out. But coming out to a warmed-up audience, way easier than warming them up, because you have to earn their trust. In a way, the opener takes the brunt of like the audience being like, "What is this? Are we in a good mood?" And the opener's like, "You need to be."
Yeah.
And
you
then I
better
come
be,
out.
Yeah.
And this I have to be like, "Guys, you need to be." And now I'm the guy.
Yeah.
And that's a lot.
You've mentioned that you have just played in Glasgow for the first time. How was that audience so far, and like compared to here or America?
I mean, it's amazing. It really is. I think what's weird about the social media age is that it's mostly fans of my work.
Right.
And I think because of that, you're less able to get a barometer of what the audiences are like, because there are people who like my work, who understand my music, and they're coming out for that. So I just think it's changed from the way it was in the past, where it'd be like I'll go to Alabama, a very conservative part of Alabama, but that doesn't mean that the people come to my show. If the people who came to my show were the only voting body in America, Bernie Sanders would be a dictator right now. So it's like, it was great. It was great. And generally, the shows are good.
Right.
I think it would be like if they threw me on someone else's show, then I go, that's when I get, I think, the most accurate information.
Do you ever get thrown in with a completely like randomized audience? Like,
sure. Sometimes I'll do like, I've been busier than, in the last year, but I still do comedy clubs where, for the most part, people don't know who I am. And I think that's like, it can be hard when you've had people who like you, and then you're like, oh, okay, that joke wasn't as funny as I thought, or oh, that joke only worked if you like knew me intensely.
Yeah.
But that's why most famous comedians are so bad, because they can't go anywhere. They can never get an accurate assessment.
Right.
And I think comedy is truly, of all of the art forms, the people who get really famous or really successful, you feel them get worse a lot faster.
Interesting.
In my opinion. And I think it's because the writing and crafting of comedy is done in tandem with your audience. And when the audience is too hyped up or on the fumes of celebrity, it's going to affect the kind of work that you produce.
And do you find that with like digital comedy as opposed to like live comedy, having the audience in the room with you? For
sure. I think there's so many digital comedians who might not be good at the stage. They're just different mediums. There's kernels of jokes, but I think like what makes stand-up unique is I think the surprise of each punchline has to be really high, because you have to get a room of, again, like social media, you're able to cultivate a specific people that wants to watch a specific thing. In comedy, even if I have a fan base, it still is, it's wider, it's diverse in age and hopefully other things. But in real life, you have to make every single joke has to surprise you enough to spontaneously laugh. And I think that's not the exact same bar as for online comedy or TV shows or anything. It's all different. I think people assume because they're good at other things, it's going to translate into the stand-up, and it's not a one-to-one.
Yeah, that kind of structure of a joke online, it's almost like you get the punchline and then you're like, how do they get to that? So I can see what you mean about the surprise factor.
It's why some people will be, shocked when maybe a podcast host they love isn't as funny in stand-up or something. It doesn't mean that you're incorrect about them being funny at that podcast hosting. It's just different mediums.
Yeah. And how was that journey for you? Which one did you start with?
I started as an actor.
Okay.
So moved to New York, started with musical theater, then left that to try to be some kind of serious actor. Didn't really work. And then I did the Fringe Festival in New York City,
right?
Which I don't know what happened to it, but at the time it was like, it was not in a great place.
Okay.
Which is, I think, how I got in. And I did a play that I wrote where I talked to the audience between the scenes. And I found that most of the positive feedback came from that, as opposed to the scene work. And then I just got into a really bad club called LOL in New York, which is closed, thankfully. But I did the check spot, which is you don't get paid. They give it to the newer comedians. It's when the waiters come around and put the checks on the table. So they do the checks in the middle of, or 3/4 into the show.
Yeah.
Especially because this was a place where people would, look at the check and want to sue or leave. And so they put you up there. No one's paying attention. It's brutal. And they didn't pay you, which is insane. It's insane to watch the club make money while you are not on stage.
That's tough.
But I was able to get a lot of stage time. Just got addicted to the immediate feedback of stand-up, the fine-tuning, and then that night feeling like you accomplished something new.
Yeah.
And I was just hooked, and I just went really hard after that. COVID, was able to get into TikTok early enough, and then kind of used that to start touring.
Great. And you found that kind of like crowd work muscle kind of through a Fringe experience and like testing that out and getting that feedback.
It's hard. I honestly do less crowd work on these shows because I only have an hour and I have so much material to do. And I still am nervous about, I'm sure at this point, if I really tried to make crowd work happen, something could happen. But I'm always nervous because it's not always amazing. Sure. Sometimes people will comment on a video, they say, he never misses. And it's like, I don't post the misses. I don't upload the misses to Premiere and edit it and caption it.
Yeah.
And so sometimes when I can only do an hour, I end up doing less crowd work. A, because I feel like I have all this material I want to do, and B, if I don't even have the option to go a little bit longer, I'm nervous about having any lull.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I need to, but sometimes then I go, people go, oh, we thought you'd do more crowd work. So it's kind of a balance of that.
Yeah, they maybe come to your show wanting that, and then you've got to.
Yeah, and it's like that's, I have to navigate that online, how much. I got to show that I do regular jokes too. The reason we're all doing crowd work partially is so we can advertise ourselves, save our material, and it's fun. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
So I don't. We'll see. I need to do some more. I feel bad. I didn't do a lot of yesterday's show, and no complaints. But I'll have to do something.
Do you have kind of space in the show for it to develop over the run? Is that kind of what you're wanting to get out of it?
I mean, it is weird I'm not normally reviewed as a stand-up comedian, and I think we just added a last-minute new material show, so I can really like stretch. But I feel a newfound anxiety that I'm going to try a bunch of new stuff on the show. And that's I don't even know what the big reviews are, but that's the one where it went 10 minutes about, his mom's new boyfriend that seemed a little underdeveloped.
Right.
So I have to fight that. And that's my internal struggle right now.
Yeah.
Because I could just do a clean hour that kills. So we'll see.
But it's resisting that and then seeing the reviews as like, oh, I can use that. That's your...
Yeah. But if I don't do anything new for a little, I start to get antsy.
Yeah.
And I'm sure as I start experiencing the Fringe, I'm going to come up with a couple jokes specific to the Fringe Festival.
You have a special coming up. And
yes.
Is this show kind of feeding into that in any way?
No, I honestly, when I filmed that special in February, I kind of was determined to not use that material anymore. So there's like one chunk that I'm doing right now because I'm doing a TV thing where I'm doing, so it's like one chunk from that special that I'm inserting into this hour just so I can keep running it. But other than that, it's like that special feels reflective of the last me, and this is more the current where I'm at right now.
So bringing a show here, what would your advice to be for other either like US comedians or like artists bringing a show here for the first time?
I mean, I think what I've noticed about the UK and Europe in general is there's a little bit more like, we're going to put all these dates on hold. If you sell out this, we'll add this. If you sell out this, we'll add this. Whereas in American comedy clubs, some of the clubs, my God, they'll give you 6 shows for the weekend, 2 Thursday, 2 Friday, 2 Saturday, 1 Sunday, or something like that, right out the gate. Oof. And until you're there, until you know it's your first time in Bloomington, you have 6 awful shows, awful shows. And I think we just did 7 shows over the course of a week at Monkey Barrel. I think it's 100 seats. So I knew I was going to come here. I wanted to have I did not have to. And I had no idea. I knew there were a lot of shows. That book could be a weapon.
Yeah.
It is so thick. I cannot believe how many shows are here. Yeah. I didn't fully grasp just how many. Even after seeing Baby Reindeer, I didn't understand that every surface is a flyer. Yeah.
And a stage, every surface of a bar is like...
I can't believe I bought one, which it's absurd. You buy 100 if you're going to play the game.
Yeah.
But I don't even know where it is.
Yeah.
So...
No, yeah.
So my advice, I don't know what my advice is. Like, do it. If you're young, do it. You can come and do a month and flyer. And when you're in your 30s, I think come for a week, have a game plan, modest venue, feel good. But if you're young, I wish I'd come here when I was 22 and done the show for 3 people.
And the way that would kind of give you, I don't know, something to take to other shows.
Yeah, but I kind of did it. I had the Fringe Festival in New York. Not as intense as this. It was like 5 shows.
Okay.
Which to hear, that's like a joke.
Yeah, that's
5 shows is nothing. I'm seeing 5 today.
Yeah, exactly. And then bringing a show over from the US, have you found like a community of other artists here that you're kind of like friendly faces that you're seeing on the street?
There's definitely a lot of New Yorkers here, Americans here, and I'm sure we're going to run into each other like crazy. And I've luckily, I've been doing it long enough that, and being in New York, that other artists come through.
Yeah.
So I've met Daniel Sloss. I'm excited to see him. I love Stamptown, and Natalie Palamides. Kind of watching her work got me really hooked into clowning. And I'm honestly here to see enough clowning that I'm kind of cured of it. Like sometimes I need a little bit of overexposure.
Yeah.
Because right now I'm like, what is stand-up clowning? That's real comedy. And I know after a couple shows here, I'm gonna see. Not for me.
Yeah.
But
I've got some recommendations if you want that.
Sure. But I really like clowning, and we don't have as much in America, and so I really I'm hoping to lean into that.
What would your advice be to audiences coming here for the first time to kind of get the most?
Oh gosh, I mean, I need to take my own advice, but just to have ones that you really want to see, figure that out, get those ones in advance so you feel good, and then take some risks. See a poster you really like, and find out if you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. Who knows? Could go either way. But some of my best memories are seeing some of the worst shows with friends. So that's part of the experience.
I agree. It's the hit or miss, right?
I'd rather see a miss than a fine.
Any other kind of performers that you think we should go and see?
Stamptown is always an incredible thing. I don't know how it's financially viable, so you should see it before something disastrous happens.
Sure.
It's really a magical show. I saw in New York. I saw Ha 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 Ha.
Yep.
And that was incredible. At least the one I saw. Every show's different.
So true.
So who knows? But the one I saw was very good.
I've heard a few of the shows have been good, so I think there's a...
Oh, good. There's a pattern?
Yeah, there's a pattern.
I'm seeing Laura Benanti's show today. I know her from a lot of Broadway shows, so I'm excited to see that. But, and then Natalie Palamides directed something, and I think, she's a genius. And there's lots of American comics who I'm just not excited about because I have to see them work it out every goddamn day. But, Ismail Lufti is here. He's an amazing comedian. I saw Roy Wood Jr. is here. I see on Instagram, I go, I didn't know you were here.
Yeah.
And then I'm Daniel Sloss, who I've never seen live, actually, but he's very funny.
Nice.
And yeah.
So you've talked about touring already, and I'm curious to know kind of why Edinburgh Fringe? Why bring a show here?
I think I had, honestly, it was seeing Natalie Palamides' Nate on Netflix. They filmed it, and it seemed like so just radical and different than what I had ever seen before, that it made me go, I'm really missing out artistically by not going to this festival. And it was always one of those things that felt like, I felt like maybe I'm too old, or it's too late, or I think what I had always been told in the past, and it might have been different, where it was like, you don't really go there with a stand-up hour. You go if you have like a one-person show. You go there if you have a thesis. You go there if you have some sort of core message, and that's just never been where my comedy my stand-up has been. I kind of shy away from that. But then I think I talked, honestly, it was, I did Daniel Sloss's podcast when I just did a show here like a year and a half ago, just generally, at Monkey Barrel. And Daniel Sloss was the one who was like, no, you can go and just like do a stand-up hour. And so that kind of convinced me to look into it further. And it really was a thing. I mean, my agents, there's a kind of like, you don't want to, this is a tough festival. This isn't a money thing. They're always going to be money first.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I really want to experience. I love festivals because I'm on the road alone a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And so I love festivals because I get to see a lot of people that I haven't seen, that I want to see, people that I admire. And internationally, being able to tour, whether it be in Europe or Australia or Canada, and being exposed to the different microcosms of comedy has been so enriching. It's made me a better artist. And it really is like, at least in whatever my comedy diet was growing up, it was not a part of it. And, people will see like Nanette, and it's like, it's so different than whatever was going on in America. And I'm like, yeah, and it was happening, and it was here. People see Fleabag, and it goes, oh my God, that was a one-person show here, and we saw this finished product later, if all the gods of filmmaking approve, and then it goes to an American audience. So I wanted to feel the different cultures, the different evolutions of comedy, and I think selfishly, aside from enjoying it, like, it will make me a much better artist. Like seeing the ha 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 ha, and I saw it in America, but it came. I forget where she started it, but it was like, I saw that in my mind. I was like, oh wow, this is crowd work. This is in the family of crowd work, but it's like engaging the audience in a different way. How can I make my crowd work? Make an audience member do something the same way she's having them build a chair. And it's not going to be a one-to-one. You're not going to see me, what do you do for work? Good, get up here, fix this stool. But like, it just expands your thinking of what is possible. And I think it's really, I haven't even seen that many shows here, and I think just being here, I go, ugh, I'm going to have to come here on a hopefully as annual basis as I can, because it's so rare that everything's in one place.
Absolutely. And how do you convince your agent to bring it here?
I tell them, I say, this is for me. I'm gonna get so much content out of it, which I don't know if that's true. But I go, I'll make so these connections, and baby reindeer. You just, whatever was the thing that got the TV show last year, you go, maybe. Yep. So they don't fight me too hard on it, but it just is like, they know it's tough. They know it can be tough. There's as I said, there's a lot of people here. There's a lot of competition, so to speak. But you always have to advocate for yourself as an artist in a way where that's supposed to be the nature of the relationship. Yeah. They deal with the numbers, and you deal with the, like, hey, this is what I need to continue making good work.
To wrap things up, this has been amazing, but we do a quickfire round.
Great.
So if you can answer in like 1 or 2 words, that's ideal.
Okay.
So, favorite meal since you've been here?
It was oat cake with a liver thing and spread.
Sure.
But oat cake with some kind of
pate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
And I don't even know if it was that good, but it was different. Nice. Even this, it's like, I want to try new things.
Good.
So that's, Sorry, that was 53 words.
That's fine. Favorite city you've ever performed in?
Other than Edinburgh, I would say Sydney is so beautiful. Sydney, Australia is so stunning.
Okay. Least favorite crowd you've ever performed to?
That one lady at the drag bar.
At the LOL.
No, I have one. No. I did. Oh God, you said 2 words. Second - wedding, bachelor party.
Oof. Okay. Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
Favorite place so far that you found to get some peace and quiet in Edinburgh, if that exists?
Premier Suites, the apartment complex that I'm staying at. Nice and quiet.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Gianmarco.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
It was great to meet you.
Good to meet you too.